On this day, Cammie does not wear a bra. It is 9:05 a.m. and this is what Saturday morning looks like and feels like. It's time to get started on breakfast though. We can hear the kids rustling around downstairs.
At least the younger ones. The teenagers are still in bed.
Yeah, they've got it figured out by now. The younger ones still think they're missing out on something. I always wear the same outfit for, oh, look at you. I always wear the same outfit for Shabbat. This is kind of fun because it kind of gets me in that mode. So this is my Shabbat tank for the summer months and my shorts. Oh, good morning. Oh, oh, yo, whoa, no, lick. Still don't like that, no. Oh, good morning. Oh, hey, get out of here. No, hey, oh, what do you want? Waffle? You want waffle? Okay, let's look. Here they are. Okay, I gotta pull them out. Alright.
Maybe don't put it right there.
Look at these. This is our waffle batter from yesterday. I put it in the fridge and added the Belgian pearl sugar. Sometimes I like to let them out of the fridge for like 30 minutes, but that's not really necessary. Yeah, I will get the waffles. And then this is our homemade chicken sausage that we made. That we made all this. In fact, we made it in a vlog like a couple months ago, and we freeze it since we stopped eating pork a while back. And then we take it out overnight, and it's ready to cook too. And that's our breakfast with a few other things. I cut the waffles in these like squares, which portions them out pretty good. It's easy to cut the batter when it's cold. Eden starting on the sausage over here. Seven is getting started on our orange juice over here. This is a juicer we actually bought in Israel, Jerusalem, which was where we learned really about Shabbat, and they use this fresh squeezed juicer like to make the most amazing juice. It was like actually really expensive for this juicer, but I was like, you know what, this is our most special day of the week. So we invested in this machine and we use it almost every Saturday. The waffles we do probably like once a month, and then we rotate from like different foods. That juice though is incredible. Dove is working on slicing our melon, which is another one of our traditions. You ready for breakfast? The first batch is done. I hope it don't stick. Come on, baby. Oh, that one broke in half. That's okay. So the deal with these waffles is with this Belgian pearl sugar, it like caramelizes on the waffle iron, so you have these like really dense.
They're like gooey on the inside, but crisp on the outside. And then when you get one of those pearl sugars, it's like party in your mouth.
Okay.
Mmm.
I'm gonna let
Oh, wow.
There's a whole story behind these candlesticks, but they're really special to us, and we light them every Saturday, every Shabbat. But if you want to know more about that story, we have a whole vlog on it. It'll be down below.
How you feeling about this batch, Eden?
I think I'm getting better and better at making sausage.
Alright. The thing that I love about Shabbat is that it gives me an excuse to cook that really like special food that the rest of the week I don't really feel like I have time for. I don't really want to put the energy in. But the way we decide our menu is by like going above and beyond whatever we think is normal. So if something feels a little like too expensive or a little special, that's like okay, that's like kind of the point. We're getting into the time of the year when we start to fill our mugs with hot water first, so our coffee stays warmer for a little bit longer. We are down to our last 2 waffles here that Seven is making. It is almost 10 o'clock. Here we go. Rainier. You excited about that? All right. Yeah. Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below. Praise Him above, ye heavenly hosts. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Amen.
He's like salivating.
Rainier was like drooling during our prayer. All right, you ready for one? Here we go. Okay, it's kind of hot. Okay. Now the special thing about these waffles is you don't need any butter or syrup for them. Is that hot? Hot.
Our Shabbat day looks different depending on the seasons. So right now it's still kind of nice outside. A lot of times the kids will hang out in here. When it's nice outside, Ben and I's favorite spot is the porch. We do a lot of what we do in the mornings on the weekdays, but it's just an extended time, and so we have more time to read, and we have time to write and sip our coffee. But when it starts getting cold, that really changes things. So we all huddle up usually in our living room. In our living room, we'll like close these drapes here, and we'll start the fire, and it'll get super cozy in here. A lot of times we'll play board games with the kids. There's all those games up there. So we're gonna show you some snapshots from our day.
What? No, no more now. You just had breakfast.
Mama.
Hey, you gonna let me out? Why you keep on closing the door? Okay, Dad, I gotta go out.
We've been doing Shabbat now for about 10 years. And so when our kids were younger, it was a lot of our Shabbat was a lot of parenting, hands-on physical parenting. But I think that was good. That was still rest for us. It was the way that we could do it back then. And every year changes for us because our kids every year are getting older and the dynamics are changing because we have 6. So now, even though we have a 1.5-year-old, one of the ways that Ben and I try to get rest is the kids take turn watching him with a 10-minute increments. They each have 10 minutes and then it goes to the next kid and the next kid. So they're able to still have rest and we're able to still have rest. So for those of you that are watching this and you have only little kids, it's not going to stay that way forever, and you can find ways to rest with your little kids. It's just going to look a lot different than what you're seeing on our vlog. But it looked a lot different for us too back then.
Okay, we would be remiss to not tell you guys about one of my favorite parts of Shabbat. And that's actually the fact that on this day, Cammie does not wear a bra. Yeah.
For lunch, we don't set up or cook anything. It's kind of fend for yourself on Shabbat, and we usually have leftovers. Today we have a lot of waffles.
That side's all done. Now we gotta do this side here. Through a number of years of practicing Shabbat, we've had to learn like what activities work well for rest. There's a lot of activities that are just like entertainment or zoning out. That would be just like surfing the internet or watching TV. And we do those sometimes, but really a lot of the activities we're looking for fit almost in the like hobby category. They're things that are like productive, at least like life-giving. Maybe we're learning something, but we just don't have time to get to the rest of the week. So this could be like learning a new song on the guitar, or making a piece of music, or reading a book, or learning calligraphy or handwriting, or painting a picture, or something. But it's not like productive in that you're doing it to make money or make anyone happy, but really it's creating something. And we found that that actually is the most restful. Oh, here, look at this.
Let it come. Let it come.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one.
Thanks. Hey, Dove.
Nice doggy.
Da, 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 da.
Of all the Shabbats to film.
There it is.
probably about 5 years now, Ben and I have carved out time every Saturday, usually in the afternoon, where we just take time to be sexually intimate with each other. A lot of times we'll take a shower together, give each other massages, just spend time in our room together. We'll have sex. This is a pretty sacred, special time for us, because we have sex other times during the week, but this is like the time that we really have set aside to really put time into that experience, and we try to make it special. I look forward to this time because it's just a time where we just have more literal time, but I actually find that I have more emotional capacity. I think because it's on our rest day, I feel more recharged to be able to really be fully present. It's fun because we have on our calendar, we have a little smiley, winky face that signifies this time for us. So that's what we're gonna do now.
While my mom and dad are upstairs, I'm going to ask my siblings some questions about what they think of Shabbat. What's your favorite part of Shabbat?
Probably having tea parties with memory and hanging out.
Not having to go running.
Watching a movie on Friday night.
We get to read non-classics.
And waking up very late just to delicious breakfast.
Not having Hebrew or goals or workout.
What's your favorite thing about Shabbat? Do you like it when we get donuts? Do you like donuts? What does Shabbat mean to you?
I don't know, it's just fun to do stuff. Like we can do special stuff on that one day. It's special.
And we don't usually have to do work.
It means like no work. I kind of take that as like a good thing and a bad thing, because I feel like depressed if I didn't get work done, and then I have a perfect chance to, but it's Shabbat. But then it's relaxing once I get into the mode. Shabbat is important to me because it gives me something to look forward to every week, and then after it, it's like, okay, it's a new week now, like just a restart sort of thing. Do you like waffles? Do you like pancakes? Do you want to say hi to the camera?
So that's a typical, normal Shabbat for us. They don't all look the exact same, but that's probably like a pretty good representation of what goes on in our house. We celebrate Shabbat most every Saturday. Like in a year, I feel like we might miss 1 or 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
If we're traveling or if there's like a wedding. And the reason why we do that isn't because we feel like we have to anymore, but it's become such an essential part of our life that we really don't want to miss them. When I was first thinking about Shabbat, I met this guy that was like from my dream venture capital firm, and I actually met him in Jerusalem. And he was this like multi-bazillionaire. And I remember him telling me that he's traveled the world for 15 years and he's never missed one Shabbat with his family. That like really blew me away because, you know, he has these clients that are so valuable and important. So much stuff happens on weekends that what we've learned is if you don't start saying no to everything else, there's always going to be something. And when you're saying yes to something, you're always saying no to something else. I realized yesterday that while we introduced new people to our channel, we didn't tell them exactly even what Fight for Together even means. And we believe that our relationship with God and togetherness is the most important thing we have. And He gives us family and togetherness there to teach us about that relationship. And while I don't think Shabbat is directly about togetherness, I think it's probably caused more togetherness in our family than maybe anything else that we've done. The cool thing about it is it happens 52 times a year. So I don't think there's like any one way to get it right. Jesus said this really kind of crazy thing at the time to people. He said, Sabbath is here for man, not man here for the Sabbath. So if, you know, you gotta just like do what works and try some things out. And we've really been at this for a long time. It's taken a lot of hard work. There's no like one way to do it. It's kind of like whatever works for you. We're gonna end the vlog now. We are heading out to dinner. We have our little like outfits on. I took a shower, you didn't.
I put on deodorant though.
But that's kind of like a good way for us to break Shabbat or end the rest, is to go out and do something fun. So we will see you guys, I think, back on Monday. Hope you have a good rest of your weekend.
See ya.